They promoted someone last month. You watched it happen. You knew that person's work. You had seen their output up close. You knew what they delivered, what they avoided, which problems they solved, and which ones they quietly redirected towards someone else. And you thought, that should have been me. Not because you were arrogant, because you were right. But here is what nobody explained about why it wasn't. It was not your performance. Your performance was fine, better than fine. The problem was something else entirely, something that had very little to do with the quality of your work and almost everything to do with how certain people felt when they tried to read you. You were unreadable, and unreadable people make managers deeply uncomfortable. My name is Alex, and this channel exists to tell you the things your job never will. Most management theory is built on a single assumption, that people are predictable. The idea is simple. If you design the right incentive structure, the right performance review system, and the right feedback loop, people will behave in ways that can be anticipated, measured, and controlled. The entire architecture of modern management depends on this assumption being true. And then there is you. You do not react the way they expect. You do not get visibly excited about the things designed to excite you. And you do not get visibly rattled by the things designed to create urgency. You listen more than you speak. You observe more than you perform. You deliver without announcing it. And you think before you respond. To a manager whose job depends on reading people, that can become a problem. Not because of what you do, but because of what they cannot predict.
Here is how this actually works inside an organization. Managers carry a mental map of every person on their team. This person responds well to praise. That person needs direct feedback. This one gets competitive when challenged. That one shuts down under pressure. This person talks too much in meetings. And that one needs to be drawn out. These maps help managers feel in control because they help them know which lever to pull, which conversation to have, and which approach is most likely to produce the outcome they need. Most employees cooperate with this mapping without even knowing it. They react visibly, they signal their motivations, and they make themselves readable because being readable feels like being transparent.
But you don't. Not because you are hiding something, but because you are simply more interior than most people, because you process before you respond, and because you do not perform emotions you have not yet had. That makes their map incomplete. And an incomplete map makes a manager feel exposed, like they are flying over territory they cannot see clearly, or like a decision they make about you might produce an outcome they did not anticipate. That feeling is not your problem to solve, but understanding it explains almost everything that has confused you about your career so far. The first thing an unreadable employee triggers is surveillance, not the formal kind, not HR involvement or written warnings, the quiet kind. Suddenly your manager is in more conversations you happen to be part of. Suddenly you get more check-ins than the people around you. Suddenly someone asks how you are doing with a tone that means something different from the words. They are not doing this because they dislike you. They are doing this because they are trying to finish the map. They are gathering data, looking for the reaction that tells them who you are, the frustration that reveals your limit, the enthusiasm that reveals your motivation, the moment you become readable. If you never give them that moment, the surveillance continues. And most unreadable employees mistake this surveillance for suspicion. It is not suspicion. It is anxiety. There is a difference. Suspicion means they think you are doing something wrong. Anxiety means they do not know what you are doing. One is a judgment. The other is an admission that you have not given them enough to work with.
The second thing an unreadable employee triggers is political caution. Managers make moves. They advocate for people, assign projects, recommend promotions, and allocate resources. Every one of those decisions carries risk. If the person they backed performs poorly, the manager looks bad. If the project they assigned fails, the manager absorbs part of the fallout. That is why managers try to predict outcomes. A readable employee is a predictable investment. They know how that person will react to a stretch assignment. They know how they handle pressure. They know what drives them and where the risks are. You are not a predictable investment. Not because you lack ability, or because you are underperforming. They simply have not finished mapping you. So they wait,
observe, and gather more information. They keep you in work they understand, while they try to understand you. They are not consciously blocking you. They simply do not trust their prediction of what would happen if they gave you more responsibility. The promotion that went to someone else last month did not go to a better performer. It went to the safer prediction.
The third thing an unreadable employee triggers, and this is the one nobody will say out loud, is a quiet form of envy. Managers are people, and watching someone operate without visible anxiety, without needing external validation, without performing engagement for an audience, triggers something in people who have built their entire professional identity around being readable, likable, and politically smooth. Your composure reads as indifference to people who cannot imagine being composed. Your silence reads as judgment to people who fill silence with performance. Your patience reads as strategy to people who cannot wait without showing it. None of these readings are accurate, but they are real, and they shape how decisions get made about you in rooms you are never invited into.
So what do you do with this? You do not become readable. That is not the answer. Performing a version of yourself designed to make managers comfortable is not power. It is compliance dressed up as strategy. The answer is selective legibility. You choose what you make visible and what you keep interior. You let them see your competence, your reliability, your calm under pressure. You let them see that you can be trusted with more because you have handled everything so far without drama. You make your work visible, your contributions narrated, your thinking communicated, not constantly, not loudly, but strategically. Enough to finish the parts of their map that matter. And the parts that make you unreadable, the depth, the interiority, the refusal to perform, you protect those. Because those are not weaknesses. Those are the exact qualities that make certain people in certain rooms quietly aware that you are the one they cannot afford to mishandle. They do not always know why they feel that, but they feel it, and it is not an accident. It is you. The employee they cannot figure out is not the one they dismiss. It is the one they watch. And the one they watch, carefully, consistently, without being able to stop, is never as powerless as they appear on the org chart. My name is Alex. This is exactly what we do here. Subscribe to Alex versus the System. The next one is already built.